Anyways, let's get this show on the road. I got another track here from the Eternal Rhythm set, and yeah, we're gonna be doing that. And shout out to freaking Clay Jean. He was playing. Usually, I'm playing this with Clay Jean, so it's super fun to do that. We have it's like if it's pretty cool with it. I like it when I'm solo, but it's really fun having another musician. We can like play off of each other and everything like that. It's super fun. So I highly recommend you guys check out those live streams and any of the stuff that we're going to be revealing more of recaps and all the stuff that happened in Denver and the Beyond the Block tour when we went down to Texas and went to South by Southwest, which was honestly such a huge blessing. Like I said, I just started really getting back into performing in December, before in December of 2024 at Salcella, and before then, I do everything post production. I'm a producer, I'm a composer. I've always loved to do live music and live performance. But it's just life was just a little troubling, and I had to figure out how to get my health in order. I've been exercising a bunch. I've been doing a bunch of things to get everything together, and so the live performances have been super fun. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. Again, this is again from the Eternal Rhythm set that I put together, and yeah, I think I've been liking these tracks. I want to continue on. You guys let me know. This is another one that I've been really enjoying. So yeah, let's get on with it. get right into it. This is the next track right here. It is a super fun one, but Creatress, she requested some reggaeton for our track, and yeah, had to bring it. So this is another one. Little Eternal Rhythms, third track, you know it, unreleased. I gotta turn on my microphone. Before we go into that one, that's my last track that I have for the Eternal Rhythm set. It is something that, yeah, was so much fun to play. Got to go in through Denver. Then we went to Breckenridge, and then after that we went to Austin for South by Southwest. It was like a magical experience. So we went from like the snow and to the Mile High City, and all the way to the desert, all in like 1 or 2 days because we were driving, and it was such an adventure. And going to South by Southwest, I've met so many incredible people. Like I said, shout out to Third Planet. And again, shout out so much to the people who put this together, COC and the Zal. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for providing this platform for me to be able to tell my story and to, share all this cool stuff with you guys. Because, yeah, it's like so much fun to collaborate, so much fun to do all this stuff. I mean, it's great. So I'm glad to be here with you guys, sharing the stories, sharing the music, sharing the love. It's a really cool thing because I actually have some new stuff that I've been excited to share about. I can't give away too many details because we're still figuring them out. But, on my last performance in South by Southwest, I actually had, it was crazy because the night before I had a pretty nice crowd. It was popping. We were doing great. For whatever reason, at my time when I performed, which is actually 12 o'clock, you're expecting, around quite a few more people to come in. And it was not, it wasn't as big as especially like the night before. But there was one person taking footage of me the entire time and showing and like pointing at me, and they were like, seemed really interested. So I played my heart out to that person, and I got off stage and I gave him a shake of the hand, and I was, it's like, hey, I really appreciate you enjoying my performance and tuning in. And he was like, yeah, I'd really like to talk with you. I think your music would do really well in Europe, and would you be interested in a tour? Long story short, he turned out to be a scouting agent, and I totally got scouted in South by Southwest, and I'm still like over the moon about it because now we're talking details about me going over to Europe and doing a European tour. And I just feel so blessed. Like I said, this started happening in December, and my big goal for this year was to get out and do as many live performances and just show the world that I'm starting to do this again. I'm in a better spot in my health. I'm in a better spot in many different ways. So I'm out there, and for this to just, one thing after the next, or just it feels like almost like a domino effect. I just honestly feel so blessed. And so before I go into this next tune, yeah, just wanted to tell you guys about that. Because one of the things he had told me too when he was talking to me about why he liked my music and decided that he wanted to work with me, is that the music was very positive and very light, and it had a nice healing energy to it, and that meant the world to me, because that I try to put that in all of my music, in some sort of way. And so to hear that it resonated with a person of another culture, and that they could feel my intention, seriously, it makes my heart warm up. And I hope that, especially with this next track, that you guys feel that love and that it's imparted onto you guys. And yeah, again,